music thing first?
He's talking to you people.
No, go on.
I think
Go
we
with
should
the
go with
flow.
the Ruga story
What is it?
first.
What?
We should go with the Ruga Ayastar story first.
Oh,
Yeah?
the Vogue story, more like.
The Vogue story.
So,
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gather around, get up off your seats, look for 5 people, slap them a high five, and tell them you are plugged into the hottest show on the planet. This is the Grapevine 981. Now, tell me, is that not cool?
I think it's cool,
Somebody
but
just
No, no,
say it.
that's so
somebody's
cool.
somebody's
No,
rolling
Tap
their
on
eyes
the
here.
back. Now, come on.
no, Cloudy, no. I was quite impressed.
Any coolness that it had immediately disappeared, went up in flames when you had to ask.
Come on, really?
Self-assurance is cool.
It was great.
Thank you,
It
Chocolate.
was, it was
Cloudy,
great.
next time you do stuff like that,
Yes,
just keep it
yes.
straight face.
Next time it'll be Patwa. All right,
Yeah.
just
No.
wait for it.
Fast forward. But Cloudy, wait, Cloudy. She does it as well. When she says something and thinks that it's the punchline, then she goes back.
Hey!
So,
But that is not me asking. That's me making you take a moment to appreciate. There's a difference.
It is just Coyote style. Please leave the man's shirt.
There we go. You see? Thank you so much. This is the Grapevine. And of course, we're joined by an analyst in the studio. Oris is with us this morning. Good morning, Oris.
What's up? What's up? Good morning, Lagos. Good morning, Coyote, and hi to everybody else.
You're taking a cue
You're
from James
welcome.
Silas. You're taking a cue from James Silas.
Yeah!
Oh my God.
no, that's supposed to be my introduction, right?
No, I hadn't even mentioned your name.
You just,
No, but you did
You
actually.
did.
Yeah, like,
It's
Thank
his
you.
Pavlovian response when he hears his
You
name.
actually mentioned my name twice, so like.
Okay, welcome, James Silas.
Yeah,
Oh,
thank you
God.
very much, Lagos. Good morning, Lagos, everybody. We're in.
All right, you know what to do. We're streaming live. If you don't know what to do, please head on down to our YouTube page. It's youtube.com/smooth981fm. And of course, catch
Lagos.
yes, Lagos. Please catch a glimpse of the studio and also the analysts with us this morning. Also on WhatsApp, it's 0809-444-0981. And on Twitter, yes, Twitter, we can say it with our chests now. It's hashtag Grapevine981. So we'll start off with our first story. We'll talk about music, as we always do. So Nigerian singers Ruga, TZ, Ayastar, and South African rapper Focalistic, have all been listed in Vogue UK's list of musicians to watch out for in 2022. Now, this week's publication put out a list of must-know musicians, and long story short, they're saying that these are the guys to look out for. So, what do you guys think?
Okay, go, Oris.
All right. I think some of the guys on the list, of course, deserve to be on the list. Some of them, I'm not quite sure why they're on the list.
Okay, so let's start with who deserves to be on this list first.
Oh, I think Ruga, of course. I think Ruga is possibly the person who I think deserves his spot.
He only has 2 songs that are really outstanding. Let's
I
call
don't
it
even
what
think
it
that's
is.
true. Actually, he has 2 singles, but he has at least 4 songs I've heard that are really
That's an
outstanding.
EP, actually.
Yes, and the EP actually is quite
Okay,
quite
so
decent.
that's the thing. If I've slept, and I'm not saying I'm an authority on music or
Alright.
anything, but if I've slept on the EP and I can only acknowledge 2 songs, is that enough to say that he should be on the list of people to look out for in 2022?
I would say so. Why? Because I think, as everybody probably would admit now, we are in the era of singles. On the one hand, on the other hand, if at all you heard randomly that this guy has an EP and you check it out, I think you would be quite impressed actually.
That's the statement. That
Yeah, I
if
think
you
you'd be quite
were
impressed.
aware that the guy had an EP, you would probably would have been more impressed.
Yeah.
So a lot of people pay attention to the singles that are being promoted.
Exactly.
You don't dip or dig further into what the person also has on their catalog.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think Ruga is the person who I really, really think should be there. Aresta, of course, I think also should be there, but for a lesser reason than I think Ruga should be there. Everybody, okay, and of course the South African guy, Focalistic. At least there's 2 singles with the video, and apparently it's quite popular in SA. But the other Nigerians on the list, I don't know.
Maybe we should put a background to it. So who are these other Nigerians?
TZ, who is said to be the godfather of the hotel scene in Nigeria. I don't know how he got that tag.
I don't really know him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think a lot of people know him, but he's actually one of the founders of the Native magazine, which is quite popular among the guys in the hotel scene. It's one of the, it's like they're like Galinda Ikeji technically. Actually,
Okay.
that's kind of what it is. So he and somebody else founded that, which I think is a good magazine. But musically, though, I don't know. I think that what had happened is it's one of those really strange things that happen sometime in the art space, where you show up first, nobody pays attention to you, and then later you become the person who is forgotten. So I think in a certain way, TZ, I think kind of has been forgotten. And last year, when the Ote scene really became
What it is
something,
now.
it was what's her name, Thames. Maybe even Rema, if you can call him Ote.
Yes.
You know, there are people now became the front
ones
runners.
to
The
look
people
out
who
for.
actually were there 4 years ago, or Dunsi, what's his name, Santi, all of those guys, you know.
DRB.
Exactly. Nobody
Budge.
really remembers them as much. So it's a very strange thing. So I think maybe this is a way of TZ to reclaim the spot. I just don't think it would happen, to be honest. I just don't think it will happen. Yeah.
Okay, if you say so, because I know that the new Alter scene sees guys like Psycho YP, and you know, like
Exactly.
you
Yes.
mentioned,
Okay. Yes. That's the rapper guy, right?
yes,
He's more like a
so
rapper.
as
yes,
opposed
in the sense.
to, I don't know, Tizzy.
But even on
Yeah,
this
so
list,
I
are we
don't
just
know.
talking about the alter guys? They're actually talking about young guys, the young people
Yes.
who actually, So, and also feel like, I mean, besides the TZ guy that he just mentioned, we have guys like Buju, we have guys like
Was Buju on the list?
no Oxlade.
That's what I'm trying to
We
say.
have these
Exactly.
other
You know.
young
So
guys
how
who.
come?
So
they're not
let's
here?
not deny the fact that sometimes this is just the PR that would have been
I
pulled
was
off.
going to say just
PR,
that.
and
True.
based on how they put, you can hook up with somebody and they will give you something that you can publish, and this is just what I think it
And
is.
I'm telling
No,
you,
I,
so
well, no, I. You're right in a sense. You're right. It's PR on the one hand, but on the other hand, because it's not. This is not a Nigerian magazine. This is Vogue, you know. So I think what has happened here is this: is that
what if we have a
they
Nigerian
do
working
not.
at Vogue?
No, of course, I'm sure we do. I'm sure it's a Nigerian that actually wrote this. What I'm saying is that the person who has probably done this probably doesn't have enough on the ground
Information.
knowledge, yes, information about how these things are on the ground actually. So that's
Yes.
another thing too.
Yeah, so
it
you
could be
sort of-
cynical, but it
So
could
if
just
you were,
be like
if you guys would have mentioned five, right? Five individuals. Okay, let's amongst each other. Who would you think would make the scene?
Oh.
I know you mentioned Buju.
Oxlade, Buju.
Uh-huh.
Buju certainly, yes.
Yeah.
I agree totally. Buju has to be there.
I agree.
Oxlade too as well. Yes.
Yeah, I agree with what's called Ruga. Definitely, I'll put
Definitely
there.
should be there.
Arasta, I think, has even taken a step further. Maybe I would say I mean, it's just what it is. But in that year, or the time frame that they revealed, yes, you have to leave Arasta on that list.
How about CK?
CK as well, of course.
CK, you know, I find CK in a very, very interesting position, you know. Very interesting. You know, I think CK has a hit single, but I do not think he's a star. I mean, it's weird to say, but that's actually what I think about it. I don't think he's a star. I don't think he has. So actually, the person who should be getting a lot of this PR stuff is CK actually.
Yeah,
If his label knew what they were doing.
Yeah,
Because of
actually.
course, so he's had a great, so his music is out there. You just need the man to finally, you know, get to the state, to the level his music is.
I'm gonna
And
say
so
how
the
funny-
music, where is that?
I'll say
said-
this funny
Said to
thing.
go and make the music, Abby.
Yeah, possibly. So the funny thing is, CK's music, like you mentioned, is all over the place. But if CK sat with us in this room, I probably wouldn't know him.
Exactly.
And I think that's no. I'm sorry, but it is what it is.
I mean,
But you're in the industry, I would as well, you know. But that's just because, well, we are who we are.
Yeah.
But generally
so-
speaking, everybody, if you take a poll, maybe about a million people will say, you know, they know the song. Only like 10 people will say they know CK, and it's just it's weird.
okay,
So
yeah.
I think they need to create something to make him finally attain the position his songs have actually attained.
Alrighty, don't forget, messages come to 0809440981 and we're streaming live. So let's take a few messages on WhatsApp. Okay, this one says Vocalistic, right, needs to give the nomination to David.
Davido.
Okay.
No,
And,
but David is too popular. There's no
and-
need to watch out for him
And it
anymore.
says Zeno should be on the list. Who is Zeno? Alright. Okay.
We've got this one in from Bugwemi, who says, "Isn't TZ one of the DRB crew? I know DRB is hot in the Alte scene, but not sure of TZ as an independent artist."
Okay, so
Exactly.
unless that, because DRB was like DRB was, you know.
But that's was. Yeah, this
So,
is a future thing.
I'm
Anyway,
trying
but-
to go over to youtube.com/smooth981 FM Lagos because I'm looking for comments on the live stream. Make sure you leave them up there, and of course use the hashtag Grapevine981.
Okay, so let's talk about this WizKid's album tour. Basically, he's postponed it one more time, and this is according to COVID concerns. And I don't know. So according to the story, they say Grammy Award-winning singer Ayo Balogun, popularly known as WizKid, has postponed his Canadian leg of his Made in Lagos World Tour. Now, the Essence crooner made the announcement via Twitter on Wednesday, naming public health restrictions by the Canadian government as a reason for the postponement. So long story short, this isn't going to happen. But I mean, do we see this happening? We've seen like heavy restrictions from the Canadian government. And at this point in time, we know that WizKid's concerts has done so well in the UK. It's done well in the US. Here in Lagos, it's done very well. Yes, it's done well. I'm just
Done well everywhere.
everywhere. So So is there a need to even go to Canada still? I mean, are we
Of
gonna?
course, the money is never enough. Of course there is. Of course there is. The
Did
need
you
for
just say
revenue.
need?
No, but I'm just.
This is something that's been scheduled
Okay, so
since.
to be honest, I don't know
Yeah.
much about the Canadian industry, the music or even the movies, right?
Mm.
So I don't know. I only know
No, the
about.
So-
people exist there.
so you
That's
know-
what you need. That's
So
what you
you
need.
know what? Even if somehow before in the Canadian environment there was nothing, that there are plenty of Nigerians there now.
Well, that is true.
Even if it's just his own people that will
Exactly.
be there to go to his concert, there are plenty of us there now.
That is true, though. But then,
Speaking of which,
And it's not like it's the first time that he's trying to go to Canada, all right? This whole tour thing or this whole plan has been scheduled since last year. Since last year, So, and Canada was supposed to be next, you know. So, and this is not even about the entertainment industry in Canada, it's about the Canadian government.
Mhm.
It's about COVID, which is the smart thing to do, So, I mean, even with Nigeria here, UK, a lot of people some of the people that went there, they came back with Omicron.
yes, so it's a different type of thing. So I think it is a responsible thing for the Canadian government. But
Before we hear, you know how they are said like our guys in Uganda did already.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Nobody wants that anymore.
But it would be interesting though when it does happen to see likes of Bella Shmurda and Buju, open for him again if they are going to open for him. And I would like to see the reception because we talk about people being in Canada, but are they as receptive as the people? I mean, UK, for example, all our people are there. It's really,
I like I said,
all our people
Oh,
are
wow.
there.
carry this family.
Nobody left to
How
me.
they
Carry this
talking
family
about
here.
Canada? Canada?
About Canada.
Whoa.
I really don't know
Should
about
we go to the
Canada.
details?
No, but people are migrating. Yes,
A
But I
lot
don't know.
of people.
So you know how this is all about fashion, right? And Canada has been in vogue for quite a while.
Exactly, yeah.
You know?
Okay. 4 5 years
Okay.
actually.
Yeah, so Nigerians, we don't.
We don't
Canada.
say
we're everywhere.
So trust me, this 4 5 years, we've done a lot. We've done a lot. We're there. It's all right.
All right.
But speaking about Nigerians in other countries, wait, where did this story go? Actually, I'm looking for it. Who can help
Nina?
me with this?
The Nina story.
Aha, Nina. So BBN's Nina said that all the people who have gone abroad and keep telling their people not to come and join them need to desist from this action. Stop telling people it's cold. Stop telling people it's harsh.
But it is
Exactly.
cold.
There are
There's
people-
racism and stuff, please.
And that there's racism and stuff. Oh, I actually saw this this lady's video, and she basically said that all of you are thinking of coming to Canada, and then to the music she started putting up racism, cold, and all of this. And so
Yes.
it's people like that, like her, that
Well,
Nina is talking to.
Mhm.
So she lives in the U.S. She lives in America, and she said that I don't understand why people abroad would be trying so hard to make it look like it's a struggle living out here and try and discourage other people from relocating. If life is that hard for you, go back home.
Well, I mean,
Basically.
you could say one of the reasons they're discouraging people is stop asking me for money because I'm just saying most Nigerians, if the assumption generally is when you travel abroad and you live abroad, you are you're somewhat successful, right? Yeah, a lot of people have that perception.
Oris,
For Oris
you
to
can,
agree.
you can just stop.
I want to say you're probably right, but that's only half of the truth. The truth, I think, actually, in my experience, the closer you are to a Westerner, the more resistant you are to other Nigerians coming to join you. Frankly, if you go to any of the embassies here, the Nigerian guards are the most venomous of everybody there. I mean, I don't know, 3-4 years ago, I was at the German embassy to apply for a visa, and there's a guy actually who is, if you've ever been to the Ghanaian, to the German embassy, everybody knows that guy. So
Oh,
even if,
wow,
I'm
he's
serious.
famous.
Yes, he's actually quite famous, and he's supposed to be a pastor. Anyway, and so the white guards are always trying to keep the peace. This one guy, incredibly rude. He just goes down the line, asking people for the most inconsequential things. And once you say, you know what, maybe you don't have it or something, you're trying to check, he just skips, and then suddenly you are nervous, what's going to happen. So, and the same thing with the French. In fact, all of them, actually, the ones I've ever been
embassies
to,
are like that.
all of them have this particular thing where the Nigerians who are there just feel a need to protect Igbo people from the other Nigerians. It's a real thing. So I think whenever people now cross over to the other side, that impulse even gets worsened. So,
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
hold on, though. That's one side of the story.
Yes.
The other side of the story being that those guys are also telling the truth.
No,
there
they are
are
not.
high taxes. There
Oh,
is
No,
quite a low degree.
please. If you
of
if
Celsius
you
and
read,
Fahrenheit.
if you read, you know these things already. All of us know. Believe
But
me.
they're just telling you that
We
although
know.
you know theoretically, I'm experiencing it
And so don't
practically,
come, don't
and
come,
I'm
don't come.
shivering as I'm telling you that it
Absolute
is very, very
nonsense.
cold over here.
Absolute nonsense. The thing pisses me off so much.
Thank
So
you
in
so
one
much.
word, they shouldn't put out such videos, okay? But then again, it's, I mean, hey, maybe they should just try and tell people.
So what it is that you have access to all of the information. You make your decision.
I wish that was what they were saying, to be honest. Let us, you can decide. But these guys are like, no, think really about coming here. It's enough. We want to come. We're still
No,
going to come.
you know what? No, I'm sorry, because I feel like there should always be all sorts of voices joining the issue so that you can get all the sides. Because there are
I
also
agree.
there are also people who tell you this is how to make your life
Oh
very
no, I've
comfortable
seen
when you're
videos
over
and
here.
I've seen people
This
tweet
is
different
how
things.
to get in as well.
Exactly.
So there
When-
are
when
I
I
think
get
it should be a
there-
balanced
No,
conversation.
When
I
I
feel like
get
there's a
there-
lot more of the resistance,
When I get there, I'll let you guys. I'll
though. Exactly. You tell
I'll
us.
check
Right?
on our
So you
perspective.
know
I'll let you
what,
know.
Boris, what that's about is
All right.
that wasn't it Einstein? It was Einstein that said that it's you that chooses to live whether your most important decision is whether you live in a hostile world or a friendly environment. And so you decided that it's hostile, which is why you're seeing all of these people. Some people have decided it's positive and friendly, which is why they're seeing all of
Shakwe,
the
I'm
other
suspecting you
people.
as one of those other people.
The
Actually,
algorithm knows what you want.
I am suspecting Shakwe now, frankly.
Let's go on a quick break. When we get back, we'll do some more talking. Please jump in and add your 2 cents to our conversation. This is Smooth 98.1.
And this is a big match. Just saying.
Okay. Oh yes, this is a huge match.
Why are you coming so early? Kyrgios, though, is the one who is always fucking up. Because there's no reason why they should be an early. This is not the second round. Anyway. But yes, those people need to stop. I honestly hate those videos. I'm just like, guys.
Yeah, so
No, but I always look forward to those kind of videos.
No, I feel like,
I feel like, oh, my
no,
break
because
today,
I just don't like the way they make it look like, stay back in your country, we are whatever here. In fact, I'm saying this particularly because a friend of mine, and very close-knit friend of mine, I mean, we are like 5-6 from school, from University of Benin. One of them left like 3-4 years ago. Another one just left last year. All of them pharmacists. Anyway, so this guy is there, and he's trying to reach out to this other guy who's been there for 3-4 years to like, oh, how far? What do I need to do? Jobs and everything. And that guy is always kind of
Yeah,
lowballing
I
him.
don't come.
Yeah. No, it's always there, he's just trying to get more information. So what does he need to do? And this other guy is always like, either he ignores the questions or he gives him like the most ridiculous advice. Like all of these low jobs. This guy's working in consultancy. It's like, okay, how did you do it? How I can figure it out. Just like, why are you
See, that's what you should be saying. There are people like that, but there are also some people who literally go there and are really, really shocked by how cold it is
I beg.
and how much taxes they have to
We
pay,
all knew.
and are now lamenting their lives.
How can they be lamenting their lives? What tax are you paying there? People those guys earn,
Never doesn't take your life.
You know, we don't pay
exactly.
taxes,
On the average of
right?
3,000,
We don't
4,000
pay
pounds
taxes.
and
We don't pay
euros.
Say, you know, we don't pay taxes.
Do you know they can't go to taxes?
Of course not, they pay now.
Guys,
They
so you
deduct
want
from
me to pay
source.
400?
From source.
Hold on.
This is
I'll
what
pay
you
you 2. They can't do that here. There.
Okay, shall we put next back in? Says Lesky, okay.
What did you say? All right, people, here we are. More rumor, more news. I was going to say gossip and innuendo, but I was like, let me just restrain myself. It is the Grapevine on Smooth Breakfast. Joining Kaide and myself, Shaka Martins, in the studio, we have got James Silas.
Yeah.
Looking amazing in blue, by the way.
Thank
you.
You need to be
Nice
up
shoes,
on youtube.com/smooth981 FM Lagos because he is a whole vibe today. He walked into the studio and we're like, whoa, our eyes were blinded. Yeah, well done. And Oris.
What's up?
How do you
It's a
feel?
shame I don't have.
Oris just
much.
looked at your shoes now. He just looked at them and got casually.
I'm just like, what is Shakwe talking about? What is Shakwe talking about?
Let's focus.
Well, look at it.
James,
Look at it.
Let's focus.
I think you should tweet about the shoes when you're done with it. Take a picture, tweet about it, and let them know why we're talking about this. Okay?
Okay, I'll think about it.
All right, we got your messages coming in. Tayo from Aja says the only problem some people have there is transfer money. Motivation is loud for them.
What's that even
And
mean?
Sean says, you see that guy had an episode of what's this? Hold on 1 second. Oh, right. He's talking about the security guard at the
Oh.
German embassy.
Oh.
So he says, you see that guy? I had an episode with him. Made a call to my office. My office sent a note to the head office in Germany. Someone came out from inside the embassy. The guy calmed down big time. He's swinging guy. Says,
Exactly. See, why did he have to come and come to them?
Aishola, I can't do that. I can't keep quiet with the high tax because it's high. But Shola also says, I support Nina with my full chest. While Auntie Toke says, they have been trained to behave that way. It's common to all. Wait, if
Trained
it
to
is,
behave that way?
if it is common to all embassies. She's talking about those funky security guards that look at you
Trained.
kind of eye.
Interesting.
All right. Okay, so let's move on to our next story. This one's about the Grammys. Okay, so Recording Academy has announced that the 2022 Grammy Awards has been rescheduled for April 2nd after the initial postponement. And this is from the Chief Executive Officer of the Recording Academy, that's Harvey Mason. He made this known in a statement on Tuesday. Now, he also revealed that the event was, which was usually held in LA, will take place in Las Vegas for the first time. Now, I like the sound of Las Vegas.
Mm.
However, though, I don't know how I feel about the second postponement. What do you guys
Yeah.
think?
Well, I don't know. I'm a big Grammy guy. So this just I've never. I mean, it's always like as much less as possible on in February. So this is like 2 months further. I'm just like that's so strange. So I'm now thinking to myself, what then happens to the next one? Because usually they do like an October to October acceptance of records that came out from October to the other October.
Yes.
So I'm wondering what happens now.
No. So let me come in there.
Alright.
The collation of the music year does not change. It's just the event dates that has changed.
Okay, so they will still take
Yes,
stuff
it's
from
still
like
the
October,
same.
like November
Yes,
last year to
It's
like
still
now.
the same
Okay.
thing. Yes. So but talking about the postponement, I think it's only right that they had to postpone. And what thing I've come to learn is that different states in America have
Different policies.
different policies when it comes to this whole COVID thing. So if they cannot hold it in the usual place and moving it to Las Vegas, probably means that they still have
Some type of control.
to contain that kind of event. And it's not seeming like they might have the whole
Yeah,
people coming in.
Yeah, just like last year actually, they didn't have it
Uh-huh.
like that.
I don't
You
know
know,
how I
so-
feel about a virtual Grammy like last year, though,
Ah,
because
it
it
was-
took
I don't
away-
like it either.
It took
And it was
away all
Trevor,
the-
you know exactly.
So what's wrong with Trevor?
No. I'm saying it is Trevor. It was Trevor's first time, and for him to not have that
Okay.
whole grand thing like doing, I think in the Kodak Theater or something, to have this one where it's like,
'Cause I
you're
was gonna
camping my
come to
guy
you like-
style.
What's wrong with Trevor?
Oh,
Trevor's
hold
great.
on. Trevor does well at
Of course.
virtual.
Everything.
He does well at thank you,
Everything.
James. He does well at everything.
Everything.
I don't know. I mean, when I don't know. As somebody who's
You-
been watching the Grammys do it for a long time, to see the hosting of last year, just like did you see the one
There
with
was no
when he
way
was
to
calling
just somehow-
Beyonce the Megan the Stallion
The
and
Stallion,
Beyonce award?
Mhm.
It was so awkward. He now had to let her wait. Beyonce had to wait on stage and then told her where she was the highest awarded Grammy artist of ever I'm just like,
All
what is
time.
this awkward
Yeah,
thing?
it wasn't.
Meanwhile, you have this big thing where everybody's in one space, and then it's just you really nice. So I don't know. I'm not quite happy,
Yeah.
but I mean, all the same.
It
So
is what it is, man.
I want
Exactly.
to play a little bit of devil's advocate. You guys should indulge me for a second, right? You know, there was a long time, I don't know if you remember this, when people were going back and forth and talking about how Basketbball was better than Trevor Noah. I don't know. Look at the lecture I gave me.
Even
No,
I'm just-
keep
I'm
going,
just
keep going. Is that the
looking
end? Are you
That's
finished?
not the end. So let's say, for the sake of arguments, it was Basketball that hosted the Grammys. What would it be like? I'm just saying.
before that, sometimes those things are actually scripted.
Not bad.
Even as
Yeah, it would have been. I don't know. He would have had months and months to prepare, so it would have been good.
Yeah.
I actually like basketball a lot. Actually.
Yeah.
I'm a big
Okay.
fan actually.
Okay.
I like him a lot.
Okay, because I was just thinking about that in my head. That Trevor Noah,
It's
Basketball.
just
Yeah,
must
I
you
think-
start
I think it's
comparing-
comparing them, yeah.
No,
that's
it's.
the thing.
I'm happy to
I'm
compare.
not-
I'm very happy
I
to
am
compare.
not
I
the
like
one
the
that-
intellectual exercise
I-
of comparing.
Okay, you know what? Let's just move on.
All right, what are we moving on to? Okay, so our final story that we've got up is. Oh wait, no. Oh yeah, that's true. We have another story. James, take it away.
Oh, final story will be the that's not the final story.
It's not the final story.
Ocean State 2022. Davido knocks cousin Adeleke for writing about his mother's death. Okay.
So, you
I
know,
don't know, man. Family
And this one coming
issues.
from the initial buhaha about Davido's cousin coming out to contest for the gubernatorial
Yeah,
election.
but I think that's what it's about.
Against
That's what it's
their
about.
It's
uncles.
Oshun now.
Yeah.
So that's
exactly what it is
what
about.
it's about.
Yes,
So
against
David was
their
just saying that
He's just
you are
angry.
using me and you are using my family and you're using my sweet, dearly departed mother
Yeah,
to
as an
further
excuse.
your
So what?
ambitions.
No, but
Family. This is family now. And
you
do
are
think
right.
that-
You're right.
Do you think that I want to vote for a family that's not, or that's actually, what's it called? Yeah, I mean, the fear, the confusion. everything.
Unfortunately, one of them is going to be the governor. Actually, sad to say, but I think that's what's going to happen.
It is what it is.
So-
Really.
And I feel like if you
One of
have
the
a
delegates
right,
is actually going to win that thing.
yes, you have a right to contest for government, whether for office, whether your family on the opposite side or not.
Yeah, yeah. David
But I
just
can understand the
okay.
sentiment of David saying that, why are you coming out to, contest against your
Exactly. I
uncle?
think David, of course, for the past 2-3 years, everybody knows he's pro his uncle. You get.
Yeah.
And so I know, of course, there was that whole controversy about the tribunal and everything when they said, you know what, Oga, you lost, go away. That's to his uncle. So I think that when that happened, of course, it was as he said,
He was
as he
very
shared
vocal about that.
on Twitter, he was very, very unhappy about all of that. Accusing people of corruption and everything. So I think that he figures that now is a chance for his uncle finally to actually get the position he's been looking for the past few years. And the person who is going to now be like, no, you're not going to get to be somebody from his own family again. So I think David is just incredibly, incredibly displeased about the idea that it's a family member who is going to stand against his uncle. So I think that's what he's just doing, David.
But what's the guarantee that the guy would win, actually?
No, but just the idea. I think for David, just the idea that wait, now that there's like a clear path to
For one
victory,
person to
it
get
is a family member, somebody who apparently took care of, that's going to be the person to come and say, you know what, no, not you. Maybe it should be me. You should be governor instead. So it's just a very. I think David is being childish, to be honest. But I also understand.
Maybe not childish.
But I also understand his point of view, given that of course he's always been vocal about supporting his uncle.
I don't think he's being childish.
I think he is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think
Sentiment,
he's-
just be sentimental.
Why is he? Why?
I think
No,
it's
look at the
emotional.
insult. I
He's
think
just a
there's
little bit emotional
I don't
about
know.
Yeah,
There's-
maybe.
I think he's got
There's way
high
too much.
emotions running with this.
Exactly, and to display it when you're that kind of a person, I just think, nah.
There's
I
some-
insist on childishness.
You know what? There are some sore sore spots for people, and for men, it's usually their mothers.
No, but but you understand. My point is, this is the mother bit is actually secondary. The real
Yes,
issue
secondary.
here
No, I
is the
get,
uncle and the cousin. That's what the issue is.
I get that.
Secondary.
But what our story that we're talking about is what he came out to say in response to this guy of
Subsequently,
Yeah.
subsequently, that was like this. This like his third of hot tweets. He has already been saying that. Why are you the one who's contesting against my uncle? That's what he was saying, and of course insulting the cousin as somebody who never built anything in his life, and yet he left with a 2-1. His
So,
uncle
of
ended with a
course,
2-2. His cousin, sorry.
He's pitching camp with his uncle. He
Of
just
course,
prefers
clearly.
That. He just prefers that.
Yes.
And you can't blame him because he's always been in support of his uncle, even when
Please,
he
I,
lost
I,
the
I
first
blame
time.
him for his outburst. It's too much, please. And I was like, guy, calm down now. It's not necessary.
Wait, didn't he tweet something recently? He said, "No stress and money." Isn't that what he tweeted?
Yeah,
recently?
that's what he did this year. He said that.
For
yeah.
2022.
It's
And then his cousin shows up.
Yeah.
And then there's stress.
Okay, so final story though. Let's just give a headline to it. Britney Spears issues a cease and desist letter to her sister, Jamie Lynn, over new book.
More family.
Another
members
family is
that
like-
they're bringing out here. But seriously though, no. Alright,
This is-
what do you want to say?
I want to say that, unfortunately, this is America. Those guys are incredibly, incredibly capitalist. If it takes somebody selling their family member to just make a lot of money, they will do it. And that's exactly what James is trying to do here. Like, you know what? I know I'm adjacent to fame and some cash if I can productize my relationship to this lady. So I'm going to say this story and make a lot of money out of it.
Okay, so let me play devil's advocate here, right?
Yes.
Because I completely see Brittany's points here. Her point of view being that, hey, you people made money off of me. Like, I was the provider for this family, and they now go and put me in a conservatorship, and nobody helped me. But then we have the younger, and what she said to Jamie Lynn was, or what she said about Jamie Lynn was that, everybody was taking care of this one. I was the one going out like some slave to go and work. Paraphrasing, people, paraphrasing. But looking at it from Jamie Lynn's point of view, right? She's a younger sister. Her older sister is this big big star, right? She was exposed to a lot of things, and she also, as a younger sister, got to see her sister deteriorating right in front of her very eyes. And she does discuss this within the book. She does say that she did say within the book that somebody should have helped her, and she wasn't in a position to do that herself. She's also come out to say that I know she said that she wasn't going to do a book tour, right? That it wasn't for, well,
It wasn't about the money.
officially for her, it's not about the money. It's just about getting her
Right.
story across.
Now,
But
so-
also think about it this way: as the sibling of somebody who is famous, everybody is always looking at you through the lens of your sibling. So for her, she was
So
like,
let me monetize it.
No, yeah, she's like,
Because that's what this is about.
for her, she's like, let me write my side of the story because everybody is
But that
asking
actually makes a lot of
questions.
Really?
sense. Really.
No,
I said, let
please.
me play
I
devil's
disagree.
advocate.
But
right?
if it
Okay,
really
good.
isn't
You
about the
don't need
money,
to agree with it.
And I do
Horace,
not, and I
but
do not.
Don't discount it.
But
then
But it
again-
is another side of the story.
if it's not about the money, she could just take the proceeds and give it to charity, and let's know that okay, it's not about.
Yeah,
Are
you
you,
could do
you
that.
you guys are kidding me. You
But-
guys are
do
kidding
that.
me. You guys are kidding
But we
me.
know that's not going to happen. So. But that's our show, guys. But before we leave, we would like for you to follow our, analysts on social media. So it's Catch Oris, yes.
Yes, CATCHORIS on Twitter.
So what are you working on these days?
Yeah, still working on my book, which everybody should expect, by the way. I'm looking for a good title, so maybe I should ask James Silas or something.
Yeah.
How about
Send
James
my
Silas
check,
as well? Of course, James Silas across all social media.
Yes.
Yes.
James Silas, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Clubhouse, everywhere. Holla at me. Let me know you're from the grapevine and I'll holla back.
All
And if
right.
you have any business when it comes to advice and consultation, music business,
Yeah, I need advice
Whatever
about
it is.
musical. So I'm coming
Yeah.
back to
Just
you.
like-
Carry it.
Honestly.
Come.
I'm
Bring
just saying,
bring
man.
all the money, please.
All right, guys, stay with us. We're here with you all the way till 11. This is Smooth 98.1.
Right side on the